All right, friend, it's T-Man, and I'm back again with another video, critique video, you call that, Q&A man. So I'm going to critique your video again, the nacho plan. Yeah, I saw your video here, so you're like eccentric overload for leg day. Yeah, okay, so I'll let this play.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's me, Nacho. I'm just gonna be going over my leg day that I do with eccentric overload. So good news is my back,
All right,
biceps, and my shoulders are.
That was a good start. Why didn't you continue with that? There's no problem there. Seems like you have 2 plates here. It seemed light enough. You can handle that. Can you handle that for 10 reps? So here's the thing. Pick a weight that you can handle for 10 reps, and you can keep finishing for 10 reps for each set. So just pick a group of weights that you can finish for 10 repetitions. Now, you want to do multiple sets for 10 repetitions. You simply just want to do a full range of motion here. You understand me? Not necessarily full range. You don't have to go all the way up to the top. You understand me? You can make it, you don't have to lock out at the top, the concentric. But as long as you do the full eccentric, I mean way to the bottom there. Like I'm talking way at the bottom. You understand me? Like let your butt touch the back of your heels.
Fucking torn from yesterday. So that's a good sign that I caused some good muscle damage. Now it's time to head to the buffet and for the rest of the week and eat as much protein as I can. You guys already know.
Yeah, here's another thing. I'll give you a little tip. Yes, definitely eat a lot of protein. Stay away from these fake carbohydrates like bread and tofu, whatever, these weird things. If you need a carbohydrate, I suggest the only carbohydrate you eat is potato. That's it. It's a complex carbohydrate, doesn't spike insulin. It's very slow acting complex carbohydrate. Potato, that's it. Don't go crazy with potatoes, but it's good to eat some.
Already know.
Sorry, this thing shut off. So like I was saying, it's good to eat potato. Just don't go crazy with it. But focus mostly on proteins and a variety of good proteins. You know, animal organs, the heart, the beef, the liver. Just a bunch of stuff, okay? You can even boil down bones. Make some bone broth soup. Boil down some bones with some meat on it. Those are really good too as well. You know, collagen is amazing for you. Fish, definitely seafood, all kinds of seafood. Shellfish, seafood, fish. They're amazing, bro. Shrimps, everything. Omega-3s, because these cows that we eat, the meat that we eat today in the market, they're just low in omega-3s. You need a lot of omega-3 in your diet. You just need a lot. Just trust me, you need a lot. So stick to eating a lot of seafood too as well. If you can eat sushi at the buffet, man, eat a lot of sushi, bro. Sushi is amazing. The rawer you can eat that seafood, that fish, the better off you are. And as far as beef, you want to at least really, really, really rare. You can get it there at the buffet too. And if you make it at home, make it really rare.
Preferably steak, eggs, salmon, all that nutrient-dense protein. Staying in a positive nitrogen balance. I'm gonna build those myofibrils, repair and remodel. Sorry, I'm just.
All right, so I'm noticing here you're assisting again. So this is accentuated eccentric overload. This is not supra-maximal overload. And people have supra-maximal overload and accentuated. They have them all backwards. People, they don't even know what overload training is. They think eccentric exercise means I gotta do a heavy weight without the concentric. No, absolutely not. I know people in the gym are doing conventional, they're doing concentric without the eccentric. They're only doing that because they're scared of the eccentric, bro. Get it? It's uncomfortable. That's why they're not doing it. They just run away from it. All right? They want to pretend they're building muscles. Let them pretend. The point is here, you're just trying to damage the muscles. That's it. You have to pick a weight that you could do, that you could finish here for 10 reps, at least a minimal 8 to 12 reps, okay? And as many sets as you could do until they get damaged. You'll know because it'll be really hard to eke out the last set. They'll be so damaged, it'll be really difficult to do. Another reason why you want to do full body, because I noticed you said in this video, you said that you were really sore, your back area, this, that. So obviously you're kind of splitting it up. That's the reason why I do full upper body one day and legs the next day, because I have them all lead together. I can't come back and exercise another body part if that body part was still injured. If it was still micro injured and I come in, I lift, I'm weak, bro. I'm now just tearing it apart. That defeats the purpose of what I was trying to do. That's why I do full body supra maximal eccentric overload. I don't do these assisted stuff. They take too long. They're tiring, they're exhausting. You're not really overloading. See what I mean? Your whole body should be engaged. You try to engage your entire body in these exercises. That's what you're trying to do. You're trying to engage your whole body in them. Like when you're doing your biceps, you're trying to engage the whole body. When you're doing a barbell for your shoulders, you're engaging everything there. See what I mean? Some exercises, of course, you're not gonna engage the entire body. Of course not. If you're doing like, whatever, a shoulder fly, with a single shoulder fly or whatever, or singles for tricep or something. But you can do triceps together, you can do biceps together, shoulders, presses, this, that. Certain exercises, you want them to lead together. This, you don't need to assist here. What you need to do is full eccentrics. That's it. And pick a weight and just keep growing with those weights. After you get bigger, you get stronger. Those weights feel lighter. You'll keep increasing them. That's it. That's all you have to do. That's all you have to do. And you don't have to lock out for the fully concentric. You don't have to focus on the concentric because you are not focused on doing conventional lifting. You're doing eccentric exercises. That's all. You're doing the opposite of concentric lifting. That's all you're doing.
Up, doing hack squat, single leg, eccentric overload on each leg. So just warming up, seeing what.
Yeah, you're doing accentuated overload. That isn't supra-maximal overload. That's the difference.
I could do. Well, feels good. I did 180. I did a plate in 25 last week. So right there, it felt a little easier than last week, obviously, because I grew a little bit from last week for my legs. So I'm just gonna add a 10 this time. And today I'm gonna focus on doing 4 to 5 sets depending, and I'm gonna stick to 8 to 12 reps. That was recommended by my friend T. You guys know him as Genetic Beast. So today I'm gonna be doing 8 to 12 reps. Last week I was only doing about 4 to 6 reps and my legs got cooked. But we're gonna see what's up with this week with 8 to 12. So you guys can barely tell, but I am using one leg. Right there, I'm starting with my left leg and I'm hovering my right leg. I'm not fully going down all the way because I got in trouble last time. Well, I kept letting the hack squat hit the bottom and it was making a loud ass sound. So one of the employees told me to stop doing that. So now I'm catching it like right before the bottom. Nevertheless.
Yeah, you can put your legs slightly lower though too. You can put them down here practically. I use my toes, really. I use my toes at the end there. But like I said, you don't have to do assisted. You don't have to do assisted, bro. It's going to take you forever. It's assisting is just kind of worthless. It's something you do at the very, very, very end if you're like, well, I just need to eke out some more adaptation here. I need some more damage or something. You know what I mean? You kind of assist at the end there.
It's still gonna fry your legs if you do it like this. I'm already.
Yeah, it can do that, some of it, but not a lot. Not a lot. I'm telling you. Again, this damage, you may get some damage, but it may not be enough to cause really enough for the body to kind of repair and remodel a bit bigger and stronger.
Feeling, I'm like, holy shit! I got my other leg too.
Of course, you're unaccustomed probably to doing these. You're starting to get accustomed to them. That's why you're going to get some new adaptations out of them, definitely, because it's something you haven't done before. But I'm saying that supra-maximal eccentric exercise is what you're trying to focus on. It means that you can do the exercise for a heavy eccentric without the concentric. That's all it means. You initiate with the concentric, but you can't complete it fully because it's so heavy. See what I mean? But in this case, you should only go as heavy as you can go so that you can maximize the 8 to 12 repetition and multiple sets. That's it. This is how you damage them. This is how you damage muscle fibers eccentrically, the intelligent way. You do multiple sets, a lot of sets. We call that intensity and duration. That duration will depend on the amount of sets that you do. And that's where the intensity comes out, because that's a lot of sets of 8 to 12 repetitions. Get it? So if you're doing like 20 sets on here, if you do 20 sets of 8 to 12 repetitions, yeah, dude, that's intensity and duration. And so you don't need to do assisted. You need to do the eccentric part very deep. That's it. You can still make it to the top. It doesn't matter.
So yeah, I love doing.
That's why it takes a lot to learn how to train to do eccentric exercise. Not everything has to be assisted. Not everything has to be just eccentric. Not everything has to be that way. And some can be full range of motion. I told you, when you see Blaha and all these guys, they're doing their squats, where do they go? Halfway. They go halfway and then they go back up again. They look like they're sitting on a toilet and then they bounce back up again. See what I mean? Because they're scared to go all the way down. They don't want to go all the way down because they're weak. They can't make it for a full eccentric. But we are going to train for full eccentrics. Get it? That's the difference. We are going to do it for eccentrics. And you're going to get this damage. And you're going to get stronger, bigger, and stronger.
I love doing the eccentric overloads for legs on the hack squat just because it's safe. You're able.
It's safe. The squats can be safe too because you can grow with the squat. You grow with it. But yeah, this is safe too. I mean, the hack squat, you can do a hack squat. I would say that the squat is more superior than the hack squat. Ask yourself this question. They have a squat, right? You could do a squat in the gym, but you have a hack squat. What is the hack squat really for? Who is it really for? Ask yourself that question. Why do they have it? If you could get everything out of squat, why do you need the hack squat for? See what I mean? Who is that really for? Older people, maybe disabled people, maybe people in rehab? I don't know. I personally do not do hack squats. I can, but I don't do them. If I could do a squat, why the heck do I need to do a hack squat? See what I mean? The squat, I'm going to get more out of the squat because the range of this motion is more parallel. This thing is on an angle.
Use one leg comfortably. You could do this on the hack squat or the leg press, but
it looks pretty because people load it up with a lot of weight, but it's on an angle. They're sliding back and forth on an angle. They're not doing that up and down. The weight's not really on their back.
And the hack squat is it fries your legs a lot more because
I don't know if it does. Frying your legs a lot more. Like I said, it's a hack squat, still good. But squat is superior still.
The leg press, your body's angled to where.
I know. It's great for assisting. You could do one leg at a time, or you could get people to help you. Like they would pull up and then you would lower it. So let's say, for example, accentuated overload where you couldn't make it for the concentric, right, at all. It's so heavy. So they push up on it and then you just lower it. They push up on it, you lower it. That would be good for that. Yeah.
Like if you were to stand yourself up, you'd be in a low bar squat position because your torso will be a little forward. So it's going to be, if you're on the leg press, it's going to be hitting less.
No, because you've been watching people conventionally doing squats. Yes, their torso's forward, but their butt never meets the back of their heels. Look around how they squat. Look at how they squat. They never make it for the full eccentric. Very few people do. I've seen some people in my gym recently, some young guys, but they can't go heavy. They can't go heavy because it's hard to go heavy, and heavier on eccentric because they never got stronger on the eccentrics to go heavier. Get it? And so they can only do it for a partial. These people can only do it for a partial because they haven't got stronger on the eccentric. That's why. So they go heavy on the concentric, but they can't make it heavy for the eccentric. That's the problem.
You're still going to be hitting quads. It's going to be less quads, but more glutes, abductors, all that type of shit.
Okay, let's go to the next video because it's going to take a while. He's doing.
Already getting to me. I'm struggling to even continue. I'm like, fuck this. Right here, yeah. That's when I started feeling like, oh no.
Yeah,
This is my third set right here. Yeah. Nah, but guys, I'm not small. I look smaller in this video because of the shirt I'm wearing. I'm wearing an extra large shirt. I'm 5'9", 185. So that's why I look small, but trust me, I got some muscle on me. I'm developing. But yeah, the session from yesterday was very, very successful. I did enough to damage my muscle. I had to do a little bit more for my shoulders. My shoulders are sore, but not how I want them to be. But that's my fault. I only did 4 sets yesterday. I should have done maybe 5. So yeah, I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah, you need more sets. That's why. That's why they say in eccentric exercise it's important to focus on what? Intensity and duration. Duration means a long time. Yeah, man. People always ask me, how do you work out for like 4 hours, 3-4 hours doing your whole upper body? Because it requires that amount of time. That's how I just know.
Yeah, it's getting to me. I still have my other leg to do. I'm like, oh, I don't know if I could do this shit. But today we're gonna be finishing up these hack squats, and then I have Nordic curls later. And I did not record my calves just because.
All right, they're really hard. Yeah, he's learning that this stuff is really hard.
If you're not trying to do eccentric overload, is probably the best hamstring exercise.
Oh, these are really hard, man. A lot of people do body weight. These body weights. This is really hard.
Out there, just because, again, it's all eccentric. It's all eccentric based. And
yeah, this is eccentric right here, bro.
it damages your hamstrings like no other. I say the other great exercise for hamstrings is obviously Nordic curls, and then you have your RDLs. I didn't want to do RDLs today because my back was already sore.
All right, that's body weight. That's pretty good, actually. Those are okay, but 2 of them, they can only take you so far as well. You be careful with these, man. You don't want to get injured. You know what I mean? You want micro injuries, but you don't want to take yourself out of the game.
My lats.
Just make sure that you control everything on the eccentric. You control the eccentric. A lot of people, they don't control it. They just let it drop, and then bang, they have an injury.
My rear delts because of all the pull-ups and my traps. So if I were to do RDLs, I would be hitting my back again, and I do not want to do that because
you're going to cause it to shrink. You got to be careful with that. It defeats the purpose.
I want my back to have the best chance to repair and remodel without any disruption. So I'm sticking to Nordic curl.
Now you know why I do full upper body one day and legs the next day, because I want them to repair and remodel together. It's something you got to learn. You know, you have to focus. You'll learn eventually. You'll understand what this is. Really, it takes time, man. Like I said, a lot of people out there, they're used to conventional concentric lifting, and that does not build bodies. They're convinced it builds bodies. They're going to try to convince you and everybody else, but it doesn't build bodies. That's why they're selling testosterone, creatine, powders, I don't know. They peptides and SARMs and steroids and everything. They're selling you all this stuff because, want to know why? Because concentric exercise does not build bodies. And they don't want you to know that eccentric exercise is what makes you big and strong in the natural world. And so that's why these so-called natties, natural people, have a hard time understanding anything. And so that's why they're all screaming fake natties, this and that, back and forth, complaining, fighting with people and everything, talking crazy shit and everything, because they're all hung up on doing it fake. Because if it didn't work concentrically when you were doing it conventionally, then what makes you think it'll work taking these drugs and powders and peptides and everything? That's why creatine does not build muscles. That's what they discovered. And then bang, they're off the creatine and they shrink. They're off the steroids and they shrink. They're off the peptides and everything and they shrink. Get it, bro? You understand me? Because they never built any muscle, because muscle is only ever adapts by building muscle in where? the eccentric exercise. And if you ain't getting damaged, you ain't growing any muscle. You ain't growing any myofibrillars. I'll see you in the next one. Ciao. So, like I said, a good mass builder, and something that can help you to make space for these myofibrillars is a complex carbohydrate, potatoes. And yeah, you want to stick to a lot of protein because you want to be in a positive nitrogen balance, bro. You want to be in a growth state, anabolic growth state. That will also with the potato, the complex carbohydrate, and the protein that you're eating, the animal protein, you can literally shut the catabolic hormone off. You can convert the catabolic hormone to an androgen, so it doesn't have to compete with the myocytic androgen receptor, making you even more anabolic. Get it? Not that eccentric exercise. It makes you anabolic because it, activates the growth factors, makes you anabolic. But you can be very anabolic in your strength if you convert the catabolic hormone to an androgen. It doesn't compete with the myocytic androgen receptor. And how do you do that? When you are in an anabolic growth state, especially when you're overeating. Eating a lot, being in positive nitrogen balance, puts you in an anabolic growth state. Well, there you go. I'll see you in the next one. Ciao, my friend. I hope that helped.